very well in Challenger League, but didn't manage to make it. And, well, that is the fate of some teams that don't manage to make it. They get poached from some of their better players and disband or try and stick around with a little bit of replacements having to happen. So nicely done in grabbing some good players there, as we saw Fultz play earlier. And we'll see Mark play now on Clubhouse. So we will see one repeat map, but surprisingly no Cafe from North America.
Probably just trying to get more time to practice it. I know that a lot of the European teams were very, very assertive and aggressive with learning the new Cafe.
And they were hoping to catch the other teams off guard.
As soon as the TTS went up. Oh, community vote, by the way, you guys think TSM is going to win.
Yeah,
so
certainly do.
Noted. So I know for a fact that the European region, as soon as the TTS went up, they were just on top of practicing Cafe. It was just everyone wanted to learn that map.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and jump into now Clubhouse. Not Cafe, still very interesting with these teams. We're going to see how things actually shake up. Big thing is that, yes, TSM is not running technically their full eventual roster, the one that I'm sure they're practicing with, because it's not old enough yet. But it will be soon, okay? You just got to wait.
This is their warm-up while they wait for him to get old enough.
A little bit of patience, guys. A little bit of patience.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know Bolo, he has been around since the very beginning. But he was like 15, and everyone was like, okay, well, we'll see you when you're 18, buddy. And
yeah, actually,
almost that day.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
Pretty much the whole discussion was like, yeah, I wonder if Pro League's going to be around when Bolo's old enough to play in it. Because back then, things were very uncertain.
Yeah, and that's what I was always wondering is, like, I would love to see this kid playing someday, but I don't know if we'll make it that far. And I can't believe we've gone that far in so long. I think it's almost like a weird birthday of the whole game to me in that sense.
Kinda, yeah, in a way. So we've seen 92 ban out Habana. TSM are going to go for Capitao and Maestro. Okay. Well, the Capitao ban, I'm very behind. I think that Capitao is... Wow, has he been dominating all of these matches today. It's time for his Reign of Terror today to just take a pause.
Yeah.
Sit on the bench, and it's going to be Mira as the last one.
Well, that means there will be the Thatcher and one Hard Breacher burned. I mean, not the Thatcher ban, but a Hard Breacher instead is what I meant to say.
Yes.
Banned this time, so they will have to go with the Thermite and possibly a Maverick as well. Imagine for the hatches, just to make sure they have enough destruction, but it's up to their individual strategies. There's the Thermite already and the Maverick already. Okay, so no surprise there. Church going to be the starting place again. We were just talking about earlier how Church has kind of been in vogue lately and starting place for many teams now.
Okay, so this is also big. First time today we've played Clubhouse with Montaigne unbanned. Also, first time we played Clubhouse without Thatcher unbanned, and Biologic is going to go on both of those. With the 6-pick, he'll go into the Thatcher. The Mozzie being brought out here instead of a Bandit, though. So the 6-pick there from TSM, I'm guessing not going to be as effective as they would have hoped, considering that they were trying to counter that Bandit, though. Thatcher is always useful. Always useful, so it should be fine.
I mean, it still counters the pests, like we were saying earlier, if you hit the
pests. Yeah. But I'm guessing they brought it for the Bandit batteries.
Yeah. Well, either way, that does mean they should be able to open the wall without them. They don't need the Thatcher for that, which is good.
True.
And there's no Kaid for the hatches as well, so both the Thermite and the Maverick should have a much easier job dealing with this, and they could potentially switch up roles even, depending on how they want to cut things up.
Where he's probably going to be those impact tricks that could be achieved by AWD, but we'll see.
Yep.
We got the roam coming out here from... Really? He's still... Can we get on that? We got the roam coming out here from Dream Team. They're trying to retain control of server and garage. And I love Thomas's name, just gotta say.
Yeah, it's without an H for anyone who had trouble spelling it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could spell Thomas a lot of different ways. It's a very versatile name. You know, Michael's a versatile name too. You can spell that different ways.
Yeah.
Pronounce it different ways as well.
K-I-X-S-T-A-R.
Yeah. What? So it'll be server control established early on here from TSM as they open up the server wall. Very easily done here, but utility used at the same time. One of the hard destructors being banned. This is the plan here for Dream Team. They waste one of those exothermic charges by server, and they don't need to challenge it. They've effectively done their job because, again, they banned Habana.
Yeah. Oh, nice coup mine placement there. Now they're going to know someone has dropped into that office. And that is the main use of the Legion mines, is, of course, to know when someone's moved it. Nice catch there. Of course, I'm sure he saw it with his gadget before. But you want to catch those pests. As you see, the drone right behind him could not move freely into it without that being taken out. And there's a second one. So I think at this point, Merc's just going to... They're finding all the gadgets upstairs.
Wow, okay. So lots of utility put upstairs by 92 Dream Team. And decently effective at that. Time wasted, utility wasted on the side of TSM as well. So overall, decent round here from both teams. The exchange, I would say, has to go in the favor of TSM, considering how efficient they've been on that top floor clear.
Yeah. We'll see what they...
Oh, you gotta get that.
Yeah.
It's called a default camp.
Skipping over a step there.
But they get it eventually, and that's all that matters. A little bit of information called out there from 92 Dream Team. Give them a slight advantage moving forward, at least knowing what their opponents are setting up for.
Well, there is the soft wall there. Unfortunately, Buck is upstairs. Be able to try and open that up. Could try and find an angle there, but Thomas taking down Merc early means no more finding gadgets the easy way.
Playing on the staircase now. A little bit of aggression here from 92 Dream Team. Chief going to take some damage there. Crusher will take down Thomas, so here we go. Refrag from TSM. Chief, though, on low HP. This is looking really good for Dream Team right now. We've got 4 players arrayed on full HP, just waiting out the last 20 seconds. The hard destruction has been pretty ineffectual so far from TSM. There aren't any great avenues into the site right now for the attack. See Hyena in a great position here by the dirt tunnel. Oh, aggression from AWD. This is a great push, and it's gonna not work out. Achieve shuts him down. Though Pixel will take down Crusher. TSM's Pojo Man will be down on the floor. Finished off by Rexen. Achieved on low HP, trying to push in through Moto, but he'll win his fight. It's just Rexen in Arsenal, but he won't have to fight anyone, as there's just not enough time left. 92 Dream Team will take round number 1.
That definitely got a little bit odd there at the end in terms of... well, literally the player odd, I guess, but just the fumbliness of trying to make that push happen. They just didn't seem to have a lot of good pacing earlier in the round. I mean, yeah, they had goo mines and things like that slowing them down, as well as not being able to drone as effectively because of the pests being placed. I gotta say, in that sense, the pests were definitely, like you said, effective in terms of slowing them down. It would have been nicer to get a drone, but it forced them to not be able to clear in as effectively because they couldn't drone through there until they manually walked in and shot the pests off. So
I do believe the main effect of the pest is to delay above everything else, because you can put it on a doorway or a drone hole, and that doorway or drone hole is inaccessible to drones.
Yeah.
Much more so than a drone, rather a mute jammer. We talked about how Mozzie is in effect very, very similar to mute, but at the same time, again, against drones, he is simply more effective.
Yeah. I mean, you saw how much that delayed their attempt to push, because otherwise they would have just jumped over those.
Yeah. So, okay. Man, every time I see Pixel's name, I want to say Elevate.
Yeah, it's he certainly put that on his name.
Haven't seen Elevate in a long, long time.
Yeah.
It was an age ago. Now, 92 Dream Team setting up here on Cache server. Interesting setup overall. Looks like they're going to be very invested in holding on to Garage. Makes sense. Position that is usually going to allow for a crossfire for the defense to deny the push into server. As I'm sure most of you know who have watched a Clubhouse competitive match before, the default plant spot is behind that server stack, just inside of B. And if you have someone inside of Garage, it's really easy to deny that position. Also, it's just a general rule of thumb in Siege that you want to maintain crossfires, and you can do that with Garage Control. Though, Garage Control is not easy to retain as a defensive team. So, Rexen's going to have to play very exceptionally well through this round along with Odd to hold on to that position. It's been done before. It's not impossible, sure. It's just definitely not the easiest thing. It will be made much easier, by the way, by the fact that TSM has banned Capitao.
Yeah, that does make it easier. But Odd, otherwise known as Doodle, also not making it easy there for Pojo Man. Taking him out early means that he will not be able to do any more destruction to the other side of that wall. They will need to take out the Electrocall first, which they can do, and they can thermite it, so it's certainly not the hugest of losses. But I think sometimes it's easy to underrate Maverick's gunplay as well. He's a very strong 3-speed operator, so.
Achieved, going to be starting to open up into stock. Looking for some control downstairs. he can wreak havoc on the defense upstairs from Stock as a buck. He's going to start doing just that. He'll open up next to Island, that A-bomb itself. Thomas is going to veer into the control that Buck has just established and lose his life. Great control there from Achieved. Odd trying to contest that play inside of Stock, but he will be unsuccessful. No shots landed, no damage done. Workshop wall opened up here, and TSM have great control.
Just getting the droning done now to find out the position so they can start to strike on them, or at least find angles. A minute left, though, but Hyena winning that battle is definitely going to start to shape things well in the favor of the defense now that they've got the man advantage. They've still got the Echo in play, as well as, I imagine, some C4 potentially.
That's probable. Dream Team do have the denial. Very little time here from TSM. After losing Merc, it's looking definitely very difficult. Rexon in a great position, but he's just going to miss the default plant spot coming out here from Crusher. Odd won't, though. Hyena takes down Biologic as well, and it's just Achieved in a 1 versus 4, and he gets shut down by Odd. Beautiful play there from 92 Dream Team, and that's 2 in a row.
Well done from the underdog team, I would say.
Well, yeah, you say underdog team, but I wouldn't call them that in a matchup like this. I mean, you look at this, and this could be one of the closer matches, I think, for the day. TSM is a very big org, and a warm welcome from me to them into Pro League. But we're looking at a TSM that's not running their full lineup right now.
Yeah.
And 92 Dream Team have proven in the past that they are very capable. So, I mean, I think this is, to me, this match is a let's see what happens match. We don't have a whole lot to gauge on. Like the 80% community vote in favor of TSM is more, I think, a statement of who people like, and less a statement of what we know about the teams, because we don't know enough about the teams to judge them. We don't.
Here's my counterpoint to that in terms of them being the underdog.
Okay, shoot.
Now TSM, yes, they are not running with the full lineup, but who are they replacing Bolo with right now?
Pojo.
Coach,
yeah,
who has a ton of Pro League experience,
yeah,
who knows all the strats because he's the coach, either helped come up with them or at least was coaching towards them, so that's not going to be a problem. And also, it's a team that has been in Pro League, as opposed to a lot of these guys from 92 Dream Team who have not.
As someone who coaches the team and has subbed for them in scrims before, I can tell you that it's very different. You know, being the coach, no matter how much you're... Oh, yeah, Dizzle, too, has done that. It's very different being the coach and subbing for your team because you're filling in for a role of someone who does something specific for that team. And I'm guessing that TSM have been practicing with Bolo in their lineup in scrims. So, yes, Pojo is a capable player. Also, he's filling the shoes of someone he doesn't necessarily know all the intricacies of what that person is doing throughout each round. Now, moving forward, TSM have already lost a little bit of HP there from Biologic, as you pointed out earlier. Thank you. And that's not great. You've got to keep your Thatcher alive so he can actually influence the round with those EMPs, especially considering we've got an extended gym hold here. It's going to be a cash hold from Dream Team, and that's just in an effort to delay or possibly just deny outright the crossfire from TSM.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely want to make sure they at least have to expend a lot of utility and time to get that progress. Rexon's going to be trying to peek as much as he can here, playing that Jaeger role. It's certainly common. But they've got an Echo drone. You saw the Yokai rotating around. They're going to try and use that for some forward intel, I would hope, as well. But losing it there, definitely a little bit costly. At least they still have a smoke as well. Yeah,
losing a Yokai drone from Odd, not great. Great job there to Merc, though. TSM in a good position here overall. Question, have they gotten the Jacuzzi wall open? Big question in my mind right now. They have opened up that server wall, and they have, yes indeed, opened up the Jacuzzi wall. So that's good control. Castle Barricade, though, in a position to deny the push into B, and it does look like TSM is trying more to open up cache. Only a minute left, though, and the TSM have not accomplished very much through this round.
Crusher has managed to get in to try and blow up the bathroom wall, but he's being pressured very aggressively by Echo.
I believe he's already used both of his exothermic charges. Pixel is going to take down Biologic, who is just inside of Office. Odd almost was able to get that kill as well. Dream Team denying Office control is very big. Another drop into Office, and it looks like Odd won't even hear it. Achieved will take one for free, and Pojo Man with the follow-up onto Hyena puts TSM in a great position. Thomas using his gas canisters to great effect, though, will down Achieve. C4 coming out here from Pixel will land, and there goes Achieved. Thomas also just winning a straight-up gunfight there from Bathroom, and oh, what a beautiful shot there from Pixel. It's just Merc in a 1 versus 3 outside on the balcony, and he's about to be collapsed upon, it seemed. But no, Dream Team will pump the brakes. They know they don't need to throw this round by getting a little too overeager. Here's the vault, and Rexon, the final kill, 3 in a row from Dream Team, and a little bit of love there from Rexon to send it home.
That was looking pretty good there for TSM for just a moment. Then once the smoke and C4 went out, things just seemed to fall apart quickly. It was unfortunate for Odd that he was caught off guard in that closet, but the rest of the team seemed to be able to bring that back pretty quickly from the turnaround and, well, pretty much lock Merc out of the entire building at that point. Not a great place to be in for him. And so far, that's 3 in a row for a 92 Dream Team. This is looking pretty strong for them here on at least their defense.
I hasten to remind you all that this is a defender-sided map.
Yep.
And that what we've been seeing from TSM does not necessarily reflect them as a whole team. And also that, yeah, I'm sure things could change once we go to the second half. We'll find out in due course, but right now TSM are looking a little tame.
Yeah. I mean, also, I think we are seeing 92 Dream Team looking like they're playing their game.
They are.
In the case where sometimes as a team, it's more important to play the game you want to play and the way you want to play it and stay in that control than it is always to just be counter-stratting and things like that. And so 92 Dream Team coming in out of Challenger League like that, you know, they haven't had the experience playing against all these other teams, so it is important for them to just play their game.
You know, it's worth noting that 92 Dream Team, yeah, they came in through Challenger League, and it's funny because they actually just barely squeaked in to the playoffs. They finished 4th in Challenger League in the regular season, and then managed to win the playoffs to get in here. So a great job to them. And then, you know, being in Pro League, they seem to be very comfortable. And when you say what you said earlier, I think it really hits home with 92, is that they play their game.
Yeah.
They're really good at just not getting intimidated by their opponents. And it's something that I gotta be honest, you don't see very often with newer North American teams. It just is uncommon.
Yeah, when we saw TSM trying to do that back when they were Accelerate, when they first came in, they were definitely struggling with that. The first few matches, they were just not doing so great.
Or correction, new teams in general.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, it's gonna be top 4 control here for TSM. That's their initial focus. 92 had some roamers, they still do. They're trying to persist upstairs, but I'm guessing they're going to want to fall back at this point. Odd will make that retreat. Rexon, though, inside a garage. Team's trapped. Go for a vault into Oil Pit, and we'll retreat with Odd. This is great teamwork here. Pixel allowing Odd to get back, and then Odd allowing Rexon to get back by covering each other. And now 92 have wasted a lot of time.
Buddy system.
And have gotten back to the site. Yeah, it's exactly that. It's a buddy system.
Well, it's working out well. I mean, they haven't burned an entire 2 minutes yet, but they certainly burned the good first half there without giving up really much. I mean, a little bit of utility was used upstairs. You saw even the barbed wire on the stairs, for example. But still, anything you can do to make it hard to drone and take control of the upstairs of Clubhouse is worth the time if you don't lose anything in doing it.
Yeah, well, there was some time lost. I think it was decently. Looks like a retake here from 92 Dream Team. This might be unexpected. Oh. The EMP is going to find the Yokai drone, but the fact that nobody is shooting the Yokai drone right now does tell 92 that there isn't anyone on an immediately hard angle. Biologic is trying to hold that flank from Garage. You could see him there. Or actually, not Garage, but he's holding the flank. He will deny that push if it's commitment. And yes, it is. Okay, I'm second-guessing myself unnecessarily. It's Garage, but here comes the push in through Moto, and it's an absolute slaughter for both teams. A back and forth, and oh no, a team kill for 92 Dream Team does not look great. Rexon will get one, but is refragged by Crusher as he attempts to take into Black Box. Starting to go for that plant on the default location. Biologic finally finds his way in through Blue, and he's got a great angle. He needs to shut down Hyena, who works his way into the hallway, trying to flick from angle to angle, and he'll lose that fight to Biologic eventually. Great take there to TSM, and their first round.
Well, it was a good one, although I got to admit, it is surprising to me that 92 Dream Team were not able to pull that off, but I think the team kill was part of that. The way that they were holding the blue stairs means that they can't get blue control, and in theory, had they been able to respond in time to the Moto push, they should have had a great line of sight straight through the soft wall they were trying to fire at to just eliminate anyone trying to come in through Moto. And that's part of the why, you mentioned earlier about needing that blue control to kind of pinch from the Moto drop. They obviously did not have that on TSM side. It's just maybe a little bit of misplays there towards the end coming out from a 92 Dream Team that just caused them to not be able to capitalize fully on that advantage that they did kind of have going on.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the way that the round played out, it was just a straight Moto rush from TSM.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a lot of strategy involved or anything like that. You could see they were trying to take control of blue for a moment there, but they decided to say, heck with that, let's go somewhere else. And I think that was the right call in the end. I mean, it obviously was. It allowed TSM to get the win. The curious part is the fact that Dream Team lost that Moto push so decisively. I mean, there was an exchange of manpower, certainly refrags coming out from 92 Dream Team, but the lack of focus on the Moto doorway, surprising, I would say, especially considering how little time there was.
Yeah.
I would attribute that specifically to the attempted forced retake of blue stairs. 92 Dream Team shifted too much manpower away from the actual hold to trying to go back up. And there was so little time left in the round, I don't think it was necessary. But a nice idea.
Yeah. A one-man hold on the blue stairs would have been enough to be able to make sure that you didn't get flanked easily.
Yeah, I mean, you could two-man it until you get control and then leave one guy there and have the other fall back.
Yeah.
And it ended up being that at the end, or ended up being that at the end. We got there. We did get there, but it was too late, I think, for Dream Team at that point. Okay, server wall open. Wow, that was fast.
Efficient.
Yeah, the Kaid Electroclaw tricking that I'm guessing Dream Team were trying to pull out here, really not working out. But it wouldn't have been likely to work in the end anyway, because they're playing against a Thermite. You cannot trick a Thermite with an Electroclaw unless you get very lucky.
Yeah, so that is definitely going to be easy peasy there, and they're also going to get in over here on the other side in terms of the jacuzzi wall.
Good control from TSM, that's for sure. Two-pronged assault. Decently stacked on both ends. Looks like it's going to be Workshop that gets opened up next. You can see Crusher in position to do just that. He's waiting for the coverage. He's waiting for the EMP. EMP comes out. Was it on the construction wall is the question. Seems nothing's going to happen just yet.
And they're really going to need the IQ to spot those Echo drones before they start to make this push as well. So it's a question whether or not he's going to stay alive to do that. The Achieve nearly getting a kill on Tomas would have been a really nice push forward to that, because then it would have put even more pressure on Echo.
That impact there from Tomas is huge. If Achieved had killed Tomas, the impact wouldn't have come out. The Workshop wall would be open, and TSM would be in full control with a man advantage. But Achieved didn't manage to get that last little bit of HP on the smoke. Huge play there from Smoke, again, to persist. And now he's going to delay the push. Odd will get shut down, though, by Merc. Odd attempting to flank there as the Kai, but it's not working out. Tomas looking for an aggressive play, but he's not going to find it just yet.
He does not quite have the health for that unless he's really confident.
Rexon's going to take down Achieved on a long angle from Garage. Good job there to Rexon, using the Jaeger Carbine to the full effect. Shotgun out here from Tomas. Great position to be as a Smoke, but like you said, very little HP. Like the Yokai drone playing inside of Cache, there's certainly one inside of Server, and yes, indeed, one inside of Cache, so this push is going to be very difficult for TSM when it eventually does come out. No more gas canisters, though, from the Smoke, so that's a good sign for TSM and their fans. Work has been down, but Biologic will take down Tomas, so there you go. TSM in control now. Hyena goes for a push, but he doesn't even see the Thermite to his left, and he gets shut down by Crusher. At least one kill there for him, though. Rexon will get Biologic on the balcony, and Pixel retaking into the site. Here he comes, and he will not win the fight against Crusher. That's huge. Rexon and Crusher in a 1 versus 1, and Crusher wins it out. A huge round for the Thermite of Crusher, and TSM take that attack onto Cache.
Well, that certainly got messy towards the end there. Just the chaos of everyone pushing in from different angles at the same time from TSM, which was exactly what worked there. Just them pushing from so many different places. They just were not situationally aware enough to be able to flick around to all the angles, to be able to try and stop all of that push. And in the end, they had enough manpower left on TSM to be able to just bully their way in at that point, despite some of those trades.
Yeah. I think most of that comes down to Crusher's pivoting from position to position.
Yeah.
He managed to accomplish quite a lot there individually in that round, and
it helped that he got the wall open early, so he had more freedom too.
Yeah, right time, right place, I think is the story for Crusher on that Thermite. For example, the fact that Hyena retook into Cash and did not see Crusher, pretty big.
Yeah.
You can imagine that if he had, it would have been a free kill, and then, yeah, 92 Dream Team would have taken that with ease.
And the lost fight in trying to stop the defuse plant as well.
Yeah, pretty big.
From Pixel, just running around the corner and still somehow losing that fight.
It's unfortunate, but it happens.
Yep.
And Dream Team, at the worst, they could draw this first half, but they want to take a win again on Clubhouse defense. You really want to take that win on the defensive half. So 4-2 would be an okay, satisfactory split here for Dream Team. A 3-3 would be happy place for TSM.
Well, we'll see if they can pull it off, as TSM has been on a 2-round streak now to stop the 3-round streak we saw 92 Dream Team start with. So if it is about these momentum shifts, then we could see that tied half that we're talking about.
It's possible. Big question for me is how easily is TSM going to be able to get this wall open again? It looks like Odd is going to go for that bandit trick, and he's set up, ready for it. But will he be able to get that easily is the question. There is a Thatcher in play here. Comes the EMP, and that's going to be one exothermic that gets zapped by Odd. Well played to the bandit. The EMP was also pretty far out there. I don't even know if he got the battery after.
I got to imagine the battery's working a little bit better than the guide tricking.
Oh, heck yes. On top of that, there is no Capital because he's been banned by TSM. No Zofia being played, which means that Pojoman is going to have to come in here as the Maverick to deny this bandit trick. That's the only real play. Yeah. And then they'll bring Achieved over. They'll Maverick trick the wall, and they'll open it up with Achieved's skeleton key. It's definitely a viable play, but in the process, you've lost one of your exothermic charges. And where can the other exothermic charge go? Garage, maybe, if you really think that's helpful. Or Workshop, which is very much more likely. However, surprise, surprise, Impact's in play for the defense, so that could get Impact tricked.
Well, they do lose their Thatcher, as Biologic has been struggling in some of these early rounds, either not being as incredibly useful as he would like with the EMPs early in the round, or just taking damage or dying early in the round. But at least there's a trade back onto Tomas. He's been taking a lot of fights early too, and the smoke going down that early, it's thankful they always have the Echo to back them up.
Certainly. Lots of denial on the side of Dream Team, or enough denial, I guess would be their way of putting it, after losing the smoke. Lots of information, that's for sure. These Valkyrie camps positioned specifically to hold on to the site. You can see that Dream Team are ready and willing to retake their own bomb site, even on cash defense. Crusher's still got that exothermic, and he's setting up inside a workshop, obviously trying to open that up, but it's unlikely he will be able to. The bandit batteries aren't not well, they're placed, and it's going to be hard to get rid of them. It'll be Achieved's job in all likelihood, but even after that, there's likely no impacts on the side of Dream Team because the smoke has been eliminated. So this is doable here for TSM if they want to get that wall open, but there's so little time. It's a rush in through server window. Merc's going to take down Odd. Rexon has punished the attack for vaulting that window, but how much, though, is the real question. Seems like the diffuser's still in hand for the attack. Achieved's going to take down Rexon inside a garage. Beautiful shot onto the window there. Hyena and Pixel stuck at the top of these stairs. Not a great position to retake from. But with little time left, all they need to do is deny for a little bit longer. Pixel gets one, but is refragged by Achieved immediately, and Hyena has to retreat downstairs. Hopefully going to use his yokai drones to deny that plant, I'm guessing is the plan. The Mark's coming out here, and here's the drone. Is it in the right position, though? It's not, but it will be. A nice try from Achieved, but an easy denial there for the yokai, and 92 Dream Team finished the first half 4-2.
Nicely done on their part there. I really thought that TSM were going to be able to get that plant down. They had some good crossfires set up. They had good control of the servers to an extent. They just weren't able to actually finish the job and get that plant down. They just didn't have enough control of the top of the cache stairs as well. It's just it was unfortunate they weren't able to actually make their way in and get enough actually established inside the room. Just a lot of control from the outside. But some good playbacks there from 92 Dream Team in terms of retaking and just getting the angles, countering them. So, nicely done. But that does put TSM at a huge disadvantage here going in, but they are switching to defense where they should hopefully be able to pick some points back up.
So, it'll be Basement to start things off for TSM. And remember, a 4-2 split. First half, not terrible for TSM. Definitely something they can recover from. And you can be sure that they'll do their best. Now, basement overall, decent site. You can see this, well, probably considered to be the best site, right next to Cash. Kind of preference at that point. But anyway, good site. Achieved going to be bringing the Alibi. And that is very telling of the way that TSM wants to play this. It's likely that they're going to commit heavily to a roam here from that Alibi.
Yeah, that's usually why you're going to be bringing that. It's not a ton of use downstairs.
Yeah, I mean, you could use the Alibi downstairs in places for sure, but not her best location to be played. I mean, she's a dynamic operator. Lots of soft destruction, like we've talked about in the past. 3-speed with a good gun, so no matter where you put her, she's going to be useful.
Oh yeah.
But the Prismas have some effect, as opposed to very little to no effect, as is the norm with her ability. When you use her on the top floor roam of Clubhouse basement defense, so it's a very specific scenario, but it is a viable pick. So. We'll see how TSM manages that.
Well, getting the initial droning done to be able to at least clear some of it, but they haven't done a whole lot to really drone out, it seems, the top floor roamers, as Pojo didn't seem to have been droned out at all. He was able to kind of creep around the Cache stairs to an extent. They seem very more focused on the middle floor here.
That seemed to be the focus for Dream Team, yeah. We saw on the last time Clubhouse was played today, very little. Oh no, just a bad timing there from Rex and the barricade being broken. They almost managed to take out Biologics for free. But yes, we saw the last time that Clubhouse was played earlier today that there was a very little focus being placed on the roam clear, and that did cost them. So something that needs to be done certainly on this map. But TSM still, I believe, have roamers far afield waiting for their opportunity, but no, actually, looks like they've all fallen back. No.
He's still got Merc.
Just one, yeah.
I mean, he's doing a good job just holding off here, and that's all he's really got to do. I mean, he may not get any kills. I mean, it would be a bummer for him to die without getting any kills, just burning time with C4 in his pocket, just because that is such a potent weapon, really, in the right hands. But they are still... Oh, he's got some backup here from Achieved, and Merc does manage to catch one. That's odd down, and that is the loss. Oh, nice play by Achieved as well.
It's really good teamwork here for TSM, and Achieved gets two on beautiful fake out there, and Pixel is punished for his aggression, trying to take control of those main stairs. Dream Team now with no control, but they'll get a beautiful shot onto Biologics. Well done to Rexon. And now it's going to be Thomas trying to take into Arsenal. He knows one's got to be in dirt. He'll take down Pojo after Pojo eliminates his teammate. Achieved, though, the final kill, and a great round for him individually to take TSM back into this match. It's 4-3 now, and TSM looking good on defense. Love the aggressive play there. The lack of control on the roamers from 92 Dream Team ended up costing them.
And that's something they can potentially bank on in the future. If they were not as careful on roamers on that particular round, that might be something that they consistently aren't as great at. If their drone play isn't as such a tight-knit network or efficient like many Pro League teams have to be, that is one thing you can exploit about a team that is coming in newer, is they may not have that higher level of droning, but at the same time, it just could have been they had a sloppy round there and they'll be fine in the future. But of course, you have to go to a different bomb site now that they won Church. They're going to have to go up to either Cache or Gym, and Church, at Cache it's going to be. So we'll see how they can defend up there. Is, of course, if they successfully defend, they have to change sites. Then we get to see a little bit more about their flexibility as defenders. And we'll see how they set this up. And they are going to go with the Kaid instead of a Bandit, which is unfortunate. I felt like the Bandit did quite a bit better when we saw it the other way around team-wise.
Yeah, the Bandit was working out when they were going to Cache last time on Dream Team's side, but I don't know. TSM has their preference, I suppose. With Thatcher in play, it's unlikely the Kaid will do very much. However, he is still safer. You know, if you put down them in prep, if you put the Electro Claws down preemptively, rather, then at least you waste. I don't know if you waste. I mean, you use up some of those EMPs.
You can trick a little bit because you can stand there, and then as soon as you see like the
EMP,
you pick it up.
I mean, if you see the way you usually do it is like, yeah, see an EMP and then you place it after the EMP detonates, I would imagine would be the best way you could do it.
Depending on if they don't time it right.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, the wall's open, so there's that.
Yep, it certainly didn't work.
No matter what the attempt was, yeah, it's not going to work in that situation, I would imagine. Definitely a lesson that 92 Dream Team learned when they were on defense, and now I'm sure one that TSM will work on. However, you know, something worth noting is that Kaid is actually a really powerful operator just outside of his Electro Claws. I mean, that T, I don't know what it's called. The shotgun DMR is absolutely insane. It's very powerful. TCSJ12. Thank you, Marsu.
Yeah, that thing's crazy.
It is very powerful. So, if used correctly, that is. In the right hands. And Pojo Man's hands certainly are the right hands. We'll see what he can do with it in this round.
Well, so far, though, some good initial progress. Oh, the read on that. Odd, completely knowing that he was going to be opening that up. And, of course, he's looking through the black eye, and he sees, oh, he's looking straight at the window. So we'll see if that ends up delaying both of them as they just kind of play chess with each other. But, nope, he's going to rotate off.
Probably the right call there from Achieved. Not giving away a pick. No need to do that. Oh, he's on another run out. He's ready. He wants it. Merc with a fake out there on the lounge wall to try and get control of bottom garage. Biologic playing top garage, and this is really something that TSM can achieve. Achieved himself with the run out there onto the balcony, the one that we were waiting for, and he'll take down Rexon as Biologic eliminates Odd on that garage door, or possibly actually on the balcony. Either way, a kill there for Biologics in a great position. He's just hunting for more. He wants it. He's hungry. He's going to keep fighting on these angles.
The role play and positioning from TSM paying off. Pojo Man, as you mentioned, and getting 2 with that gun before Tomas trades 1 back. This is all down to Tomas here with low health.
Yeah, not a great position to be in, and Achieved will get his other kill. TSM having fun on defense here, and we'll be getting closer and closer in terms of round count as we go to 4-4.
Certainly looking like we could be heading for an actual draw as well. I mean, yes, we're 2 points away from it on either side, so 4 rounds away from that draw if we got to that point, but
I mean,
it's possible.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. And it's worth noting that TSM are perfect on defense. Again, as we noted, defense the heavily favored side on this map.
I mean, yes, they're perfect so far on defense, but 92 Dream Team started the exact same way, winning the first 3 rounds on their defense. So
yeah,
could go flippy floppy, mirror.
Love that flippy floppy. It absolutely could. We'll see. Gym is the next one, and this is the same exact stretch that we saw from a Dream Team. Like you said, if TSM manages to win this, then there's nothing surprising going on.
Achieved, though, all the way up. That is the surprising part. Already in the double digits, while pretty much everyone else is 6 or below on both teams.
I don't know if it's surprising, to be honest.
That's true. When he goes off, he goes off.
I mean, statistically, Achieved has always been like one of the top players in North America.
Yeah.
He just doesn't get talked about very much. Like if we're talking about stats, like raw stats,
yeah,
and then Achieved is really high up there a lot of the time. He's not always. I mean, the last season was a struggle for his team in the second half.
Yeah.
But darn, man, for a long time, Achieved was number 1 in NA.
He's doing pretty well, though, this particular match.
Yep.
He can keep it up, then they could continue this streak and actually climb their way to a 7-4 or 7-5, but let's see if he can keep that up.
Yeah. So, will they keep it up?
You'd think Tomas would be able to bring a little bit of counterintelligence as well, having formerly been on the team that is now TSM, but
I imagine so.
I don't know how relevant it still is, as it's been a little while.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. If you're not constantly changing as a team in Siege, like moving forward all the time, then
yeah,
oh boy, are you gonna find yourself out of Pro League fast.
It's more like knowing certain players' tendencies and stuff than it is strats, really, because strats, yeah, you're going to be changing them.
It's fair enough. I imagine he does have a little bit of an edge on that note. I mean, I know from experience when you leave a team and you play against that team later on that you could really find yourself being very comfortable playing against them sometimes.
Yeah. Or like, oh, I know where he's going to be playing. Anticipate stuff.
I know I know how he plays. I know this guy. Oh, Achieved looking for the run out. This is a very difficult one, though. It's going to be an odd angle for Achieved to land the shot, but as we all know, Achieved does land those shots.
Yeah, he capitalizes on using his own black eyes to make these happen, too, so he can really kind of coordinate this himself.
Not going to be a C4 angle. He could get a C4 angle through the wall there or the doorway from the strip club hall. But this is going to be more of just a challenge straight up.
Oh, the Claymore, well placed by Rexen.
Beautiful job there, yeah. A nice read, and Chief goes down. Basically a free kill there for Dream Team. But have they opened up the wall is the question. Because while Achieved is gone, the top fragger for TSM, yes, the wall is open. It looks like it was Maverick tricked. So there you go. Pojaman trying to play the angle to deny that entry. Whole minute left for Dream Team to contemplate their next move.
Well, hopefully they don't take that entire minute to do so.
That would be very bad if you're a 92 Dream Team fan.
Yeah. Well, we'll see Pojaman hoping someone pushes in aggressively against the bathroom here.
He's waiting for that eventuality. I mean, they have to, right?
Yeah.
Dream Team can push other places, but I imagine they're not going to get very far if they don't actually push in through the jacuzzi hallway. It's definitely not an easy push, though, especially not with Pojaman on this hold.
Yeah, at this point, he's just threatening it.
Yeah. Patience is paying off so far for TSM.
Yeah, 30 seconds burned and basically nothing happening for Dream Team except for getting a kill on Crusher now.
Nice pick there from Rexen to second technically in the round. C4 comes out for Pojaman. It will hit air. Merc gonna get the first kill for TSM, and Rexen goes down. And there's another one. Beautiful job there from Merc inside of Cash, holding it down. Auto eliminated. Diffuser being planted, but it's not going to be a stick. Pixel will eliminate Pojaman. Beautiful play there. Hyena comes off of the plant to get a kill himself. It's just Merc. He has to get an ace. He's got one on the floor and two very lit. It's very possible, but 3 seconds left. He knows to just be patient, and it looks like he might win it on time, but oh no, just barely! A save there by the plant, and Pixel gets the final kill. 92 Dream Team. What a take. And a salvage in the last second.
Really thought Merc was going to be able to pull that off. I mean, time was somewhat on his side, but the flank just completely bamboozling him from behind. Well played, though, I think, by both teams in there. I mean, 92 Dream Team really kind of cut it close, to be fair, but they did have the flank when it counted the most, knowing that he was going to be trying to play over there. And unfortunate for them, that now brings 92 Dream Team back into the lead, which they have maintained pretty much this whole match so far, only being caught up to. Now they could get to this match point, which would guarantee them that at least that 1 point, if they can get there. Again, though, I still think odds are we might see a draw or close to one.
Yeah, I'm guessing we're inching towards the draw, because I feel like, okay, what's going to happen here? TSM probably going to take this defense here on the basement. It's a comfortable site for them. They won it before. They look good here, you know? So, TSM takes this site, right? That puts it at 5-5. Then, have to go somewhere else. Well, TSM probably will go to Cash, which is the other site that TSM has managed to win. And then, oh, TSM wins there. So 6-5, TSM on match point, but oh no!
Oh no.
Where do they have to defend? Gym, the site that they just lost.
Yeah.
So, I mean, either TSM changes something next time they go to Gym, or, yeah, we're looking at a draw. Or maybe Dream Team just wins one of the two sites that TSM have looked so good on so far, and that is Basement or Cash. We'll see.
Entirely possible. Obviously, TSM did the same thing to 92 Dream Team in the sense of winning, their good sites eventually.
So, anything is possible. We'll find out in, well, pretty soon here, actually.
Art class here with Odd.
He's drawing a hole in a wall, and then he will walk through the hole in the wall, as if by magic.
Yeah, maybe he could just write his name. He's got almost an A there, There we go.
Okay.
Slowly but surely working on it. Gotta peek first just to make sure.
That wall opened up. He can late flank in through dirt. It's good control to have. Even if you don't use it, it is a threat. And it is a threat that TSM will have to constantly address. Oh no. Crusher goes down. That's the Yokai drones. That's a huge pick early on by Rexen.
They're in camera positions, if nothing else.
And that's a second for Rexen. Pojaman, what are you doing? Rexen's looking for a third as he challenges onto Merc. And Merc gets wise and comes off the angle.
Yeah, don't peek him. He has 3-speed advantage. It's a decent gun. There's no reason to peek him. Odd, though, actually going for an attempted shot there as well. Puts the pressure on here, but no, the peek attempts again. Oh, there we go. Nice distraction.
Jaeger goes for the peek and puts half of Rexen's HP away. Doesn't lose any on the side of Merc. Nade well placed, but not well cooked. And and Thomas won't get a kill out of that one. The gas canister doing a lot of damage, but look at this. Dream Team in the man advantage, and with the church wall opened up, they've got a great position here, and as the smoke comes down, it's going to be even better. Dream Team starting their push, but 2 on the floor. That's Thomas finished off, and Odd still on that floor. Merc in a great position to deny this push, but his pixel gets achieved, and Rexon gets murked. It's it. Dream Team are on match point, having won the basement defense from TSM. Dream Team all but secure the win here, unless TSM is going to work some miracles.
Well, that was definitely some serious winning your gunfights lessons there from 92 Dream Team. And the reason I say that is they were fighting so many of those with such little health and so much chaos towards the end of the round. All those smokes coming out, them just getting in gunfight after gunfight trying to fight Arsenal and Church for Moto in the hallway as well. They were fighting so many different angles at the same time with no control over blue for a flank as well. It was tough, but they just won enough of those gunfights. You saw even the one at the end there, finally getting the pick onto the Jaeger in blue. Well done.
Technically, Biologic, I think, did get downed. He just got finished off like right after. I think it was a different engagement they were talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so, TSM, real bad position. Now, here's the thing. Get to defend basement again. They looked very good on basement the last time they were here, and by the last time I mean the first time they defended it.
Yeah.
The first defensive round for TSM. Very good. If they can repeat that result, get a win here, they bring themselves very much closer, and they get to go to cash, which could secure a draw. But TSM is out of the running for a win here. 92 Dream Team, they want those 3 points. They're going to be pushing hard to win one of these next 2 rounds. But all I'm saying is that it is still possible for TSM to get this draw. It's just not possible for them to get the win.
Well, if you know they're going to be pushing aggressively to try and take the round, take their win, take advantage of that. Play very passive. Get them to play into you into different positions. Use things like the goo mines, for example, to be able to slow them down and identify where they're at safely.
That's the thing. You're right. TSM needed to be playing passive the last round, but they didn't. They gave away 2 early free picks to Rexon that went unpunished. Yeah. Why? I'm not sure. We didn't see the first one, to be fair. But the second one, Pojo Man peeking wide by Moto Door, questionable. Certainly questionable.
So curious. Is there someone in Moto?
Well, it's done now, and it really did punish TSM and hurt their chances of taking this map. But it's not over yet.
No.
I mean, it eliminated the chances of taking the map. Sorry, just to clarify. They could draw, though, maybe.
Yeah. As you said, though, they're not playing with their normal full lineup, so it is expected they might not do as well as we anticipate.
Oh, there's no Mozzie. What?
He didn't like that drone. It's just something about it, you know? Looked at him funny.
He shot it first, and my brain went, what? Then my brain went, wait, Mozzie? Then I saw there was no Mozzie, and I was like, what?
Quite the narrative.
Yeah, certainly. Anyway, it's done now. Drone is shot.
Yeah.
A little bit of confusion on 92 Dream Team, but they are currently winning, so
I guess that's okay.
Yeah, sure. Moto Drop going to be opened up here by the Maverick. It's Odd. And I mean it's the player Odd on Maverick opening the... You know what I mean.
Oh no, the bars.
He'll get it. He'll get it.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Some goo mines going off as well as they start to try and push a little bit ahead.
And that's slow take here from Dream Team. I mean, I think they were being thrown, trying to drone out potential roamers, and that's probably why they only have a minute left to attack this site right now.
Yeah. They're playing it cautious as well. They don't want to blow the lead that they have.
True. But remember when we talked about playing your game?
Yep, that's true. This is where you start to play into them.
Yeah. This Maverick play right here is working out so well so far for Dream Team, but it could turn the other way quite easily. These holes can very much work against you as an attacking team, and that we just saw represented when Pojo Man eliminated Odd on the wall. Thomas from Kitchen is going to take down one, though. That's achieved. Good kill to have, as achieved has been fragging out for TSM so far through this match, and he will be snuffed out in potentially the last round.
Well, 25 seconds left here. This push is going to have to start coming. They need to get down here, and down they go.
Rexon eliminates Merc. Beautiful job there. He's been absolutely tearing it up on the entry. He sees another target, but can't land the shot as that target is playing very safe. Biologic inside of Arsenal, trying to hold on to this site. Will do his best, but will fail. And there you go. 92 Dream Team beating TSM 7-4 on Clubhouse. A beautiful match overall, and TSM looking decent, but not full. as they don't have their complete roster.